Hey guys, today I want to go over if there's going to be another stimulus check and kind of what's going on with this whole proposal right now. Kind of get into some of the details, nothing crazy, so let's get right into it. So before we get into all the details, I kind of want to go over this stimulus bill check and what it entails and kind of what was in the previous one that we got back in March. So back in March we had that stimulus check that was at the beginning of the pandemic pretty much. Our government really didn't know what was going on, we didn't either really. So what they did was everyone got a stimulus check if they met those qualifications back. I'm not entirely sure what they were, but there was a specific criteria for them. Single individuals got $1,200 checks, and married conjoined couples, they got $2,400. So what they want to do with this current one that they're trying to propose right now, it's part of a lower package. Now, that stimulus check was passed within a larger package that the government created back in March. So this one is part of a smaller package that has other things that we'll get into as well briefly. But what it consists of is everyone is pretty much getting half of what we were expecting. Now, it's not for certain that it's actually going to get passed yet, of course. This is just a proposal, so we'll kind of find out in the next coming weeks if it's possible. But most likely we will see it because they're going to be going on recess again, Congress and them. So we kind of need to know what's going to happen. And they can't really leave us in that state throughout the holidays. So this is a temporary bill that's supposed to get us to about, I believe, March or April. So they're planning on giving us half, like I said. So an individual person will get $600, and a family that is married, filing married, they'll get $1,200, and then $600 per child, depending on certain qualifications. Now, like I said, it's hard for us to really know if this thing is going to get passed or not. Unemployment has been slowly decreasing over the past few months, but there are still a lot of people being unemployed, and there are some that aren't even being recognized within the system. So we have to see that we really need this bill to pass. A lot of these unemployed people, they need this structure right now, and we need the government to pass something, especially since a lot of these people have lost those extra benefits that they were getting on unemployment since, I believe, August it ended. Now, the whole unemployment section of this bill is that it's supposed to be $180 billion going towards this. From what I understand from reading, is that part of that is for this extra benefit that we're supposed to be getting, that second stimulus check that we were all waiting for. But part of it's supposed to be allocated potentially to give more unemployment benefits back to people, that extra stimulus every week towards that paycheck. It was $600 back in March until August. They're trying to cut that in half to $300. We're really not sure if that's happening. Apparently, there are some conflicts with the president and that happening, and they want to decrease that bill. So it's really hard to know what's going to happen until we actually see that happen. So they want to take that $180 billion to $40 billion. That's a pretty big gap, $140 billion. Where do they want to put it? We won't really know until they do it, and they'll tell us more about that. Maybe they just want to exclude it completely. You would think that the president wouldn't want to be doing this right now, especially because back in, I think, September, he voted to get extra unemployment benefits for people for a few weeks since, the whole cutoff for the recess that happened. So it's very odd that this is happening right now. And we know that COVID cases have been rising. It's really hard to say if we're going to get, FDA approval or not in the United States. We know that the UK, they approved the Pfizer vaccine, and they started to roll that out to certain people in the UK right now. So even if we approve it and we approve it with that company, it would still take a long, long time for the United States to get fully vaccinated across the board. It could take even, over a year, even with ramped up production. So that also plays a big effect on how much we need these benefits and these checks from our government to support us, because if things get worse before they get better, we need those benefits to help us. We are at home, we don't have the resources we did to, live the lives we did, and we can't go back to work because there may not be work in those sectors for us. So part of the bill is healthcare. $35 billion is supposed to be allocated towards that. That's supposed to include supplies and stuff like that, going towards vaccinations, nursing homes, trying to trace, where the people have been, if they've been in contact and stuff like that. So that whole sector is $35 billion. We also have education that's getting allocated $82 billion. That's supposed to be going towards, schools, supplies, all the things that they're going to need to prevent COVID from happening in those schools and areas. And then for colleges, for loans that are probably only, they're also extending the student loan payments. They're going to freeze them till April 30th, 2021. So that's good. People really need this to happen. These students right now, especially the ones that are about to graduate, it's going to be really scary for them. The ones that graduated last year, it's even tough on them now. So hopefully things get better and people can get out there and start paying those. If not, they're going to have to extend them again. So this is really a temporary fix right now for that. There's also going to be $25 billion going to rental assistance for estates. It's hard right now on unemployment. It may not be enough for you to cover all your bills. So hopefully this will help a lot of people out, although every state has a different qualification. So you should check that out if you're looking into it. We also have $13 billion going to farmers and ranchers that were affected, trying to help them with their production and staying alive through this. We also have $10 billion going to child care providers that, really aren't doing that well throughout the pandemic and they need the assistance. So that should help out a lot of people as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this content helpful or just educational, please like and subscribe for more. And don't forget that there is a monthly giveaway every month. So if you want to know more, check out the link below in the description.